Hey everybody, I wanted to do another quick video on how to just tag random, like miscellaneous type things, toys, books, everything. So some of these are just tags that I put in place to kind of show you, give you examples. So I haven't really filled them in yet. So don't pay attention to that, but so we'll start with this puzzle here. So I have kind of place my tag on front of the puzzle. I would rather you put the tags up front where they can see them, so they don't have to necessarily flip them over. Sometimes that's not an option, I understand that, so it's not a big deal, but if you can, put the tag in the front. Another thing I want to point out about this tag is make sure you're not taping all the way around the tag. If you volunteered, you know how stressful that can be at times whenever you've got a line of people lining up trying to check out and you're trying to cut tags. We are still going to cut tags this sale, just because it seems very odd not to. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around this new system. So we are still going to cut tags, and what we're going to do is kind of cut right here so that the people shopping still get this price on their item. Okay, so we're going to cut the tags right here for a, let me see if I do. Okay, for an example of the handwritten tag, we're going to cut right here, so same spot. So that's why the layouts are kind of how they are, to give you an idea. If you tape all the way around this tag, it's going to take so much time to try to take this bottom part of the tag off. But if the volunteer takes this tag off, they can either rip this tape off, or they can just kind of pull up on it on the side to get underneath it and cut, well, let's see that, there we go, cut that right there and then go all the way across. Okay, so that's one example. I might need to fix that. That might be too tight actually. This other one, example, so like I said, I would rather it be on the front, but if it's going to cover up a big portion of these gloves, I'm just going to put it on the back. Okay, this is another one that I haven't filled out all the way, just to give you an example. Okay, so if you can put it on the front, put it on there, but don't take up the whole item, and just put it on the back. This one is a good example of like the little accessories that come with it. Okay, I put it in a Ziploc bag. Let me try to get this so you can see it real good. I put a piece of tape on my Ziploc bag right here to make it a little bit thicker, because I put a hole in my Ziploc bag. So what I did is I put my items in the Ziploc bag, zipped it up, put a piece of tape where I knew I was going to put a hole in the bag to make it so it's not going to rip. And then I put my Ziploc through that hole and through this little piece here. I just found anywhere I could put a zip tie, because I know that's going to be way more secure than anything else. Then I taped my bag. Okay, taped it shut. The kiddos are going to try to get in there if not. I taped it, then I also put my safety pin through it as well. Okay, put it through the baggie. All right, so that's an example of having accessories to come with it. Another thing that you can do is use this big old Ziploc bag for your accessories, and then same thing, if you can zip tie it to the main item. If not, tape it. However you can securely keep it with the main item, do that. I'm using it for all of these books, so that way they kind of all stay together with this pin that goes with it. I was going to say on this tag for the description part, let's just use this. So I would kind of put it here, and for the description, please put how many books there's supposed to be. I have not counted all these, but let's say that there's 10 in this bag. Make sure to put 10 Leapfrog books with pen. You know, whatever you've got together, make sure to put it in that description, in case something gets lost or misplaced during the sale, because they like to go through our things. Okay, so just if you will do that, that'll be very helpful. Okay, And so this is just a hat. I wanted to kind of show you again, if you can put the tag in the front, put it in the front, because we will be hanging this like so on the little like lattice. I think it's called lattice in the cell. Okay. For these books, I have decided to put a rubber band around them. I put the rubber band, I looped it around twice to make it very, very, very tight. I'm gonna put a tag here and just tape it. I would suggest tape it with painter's tape. Painter's tape, I've noticed, does a much better job of not ripping, so you don't have to worry about that. And so use painter's tape if you can, and just again tape at the top, so that way we can cut here and get the rest of the tag. Okay. Another thing I would suggest, besides putting the amount of books, I've got 4 books here, so I'd put 4 books in the description. Okay. Another thing is I would put a piece of painter's tape on each book. So one here, and then one on this book, and so on and so forth. Everyone, just like a small piece of tape with your consignor number. That way everyone knows if this book, for some reason, gets placed over here on the table underneath 5 other books, we can put it back where it's supposed to go. Okay? So there's that. And then this is just a miscellaneous bag of headbands. I have taped the top, and I have put a safety pin through the bag, so it also keeps it closed. Okay, like so. And a game, again, if you can, put it on the front. Try not to cover too much up if you can. Like you see, I've put just a piece of tape at the top, so I can cut here and easily take this. If you do not think that is enough, you can put a piece here, but do not cover up that barcode, whatever you do, because I need to be able to scan it, and it's already stressful thinking about it. So yeah, so do that. Again, on these boards are some of the board games. Some of them will tear, so if you have painter's tape, that's much better than any other tape. So go for that if you've got it. Then last example that I've got is this little purse, and this is actually one of the handwritten ones that I wanted to give you an example of what it could look like. So this is the layout. If it did have a size, I would just put the size right here. So we can cut here, and I get all this information, and they keep the price with their item. And I just wanted to also show you, those of you that are handwriting your tags, this is how small, let me come in a little bit closer. This is how small that actual sticker is. So don't stress yourself out on how much room you've got, okay? This is that full-size index card that I'm talking about, and this is the tag, the barcode that I'm going to print for you, okay? So those are a few more examples. If you have any other questions, please let me know, and I'll send out some more videos or pictures. All right, y'all have a good night.